background noise gone. Now if I can just open up the chat.
We're live now, so you're gonna have to
Oh,
just do whatever you do. Welcome to the Firearms Insider Gun and Gear Review Podcast, episode 277. On this show, we showcase gun reviews, gear, and anything else a gun enthusiast may be looking for. We strive to evaluate products from an unbiased and honest perspective. I'm your host, Chad Wallace from the Firearms Radio Network, your source for all things firearms related. In this show, we will discuss a couple of shotguns, an adjustable buffer, and a review on an EDC wallet. Tonight on the podcast, we have the normal people, Tony, Zane, Rob, and of course me.
Wait a
Uh,
minute, you're using normal around this bunch?
yeah, I'm brave. Well,
Okay, just remember something. Around my house, normal is a setting on the dryer. That's it.
oh, I don't have that setting. I have like low, medium, high. uh, so we have lots to talk about since everybody seemed to be busy except Rob and I last week, and I was like, nah, we'll just do it next week. So we have a lot to what we did in firearms. I will let somebody go, like Zane
Well,
or Rob.
I didn't do a whole lot of firearms because the previous week I was in Scotland for a week with my Cask and Ash Club. So I had a horrible time, touring about 14 distilleries, went up to the Orkney Islands, a few palaces, a few castles, this, that, and the other. Went to a 5,000-year-old Neolithic village, so I got to meet Nancy Pelosi's family and her relatives. Oh, sorry. I apologize for that.
Okay.
But other than that, I didn't do a whole. I've been trying to get my house cleaned up, and I have issues with my computers. I really hate computers.
Yeah, I think everybody hates computers. I think Tony just said something about his tablet dying. So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Well, Zane, what did you do?
I didn't do a ton in gun. I've been doing more in cars
Yeah,
because
two
I've been
weeks. You got
been
2 weeks.
mechanicking. Yeah, I know. I just been mechanicking though, doing stuff in cars. I did go to the range once and I screwed around with some of my gear. I got a new taser holster in to play with. It was a Safari Land that a buddy of mine was getting rid of. And I went to the range once, did okay there. I signed up for a class.
Hey, that's cool.
I think I did something else, but I forgot. It's been 2 weeks. I got a real short memory.
Yeah. It's short memory. I
I've
can
been
see
working
that.
on my car, man.
Working on my car, man.
Yeah,
Did you
man.
get that tape player working?
Nah, I ripped the tape player out and put a
That
different whole sound system in.
Yeah, that's a smart thing to do.
Yeah.
Since I know Tony's got way more than I did, uh, what I did this last weekend, I worked on a car too, so I feel like Zane. But the weekend before, I did go shoot a speed steel match. Uh, so of course, that was a lot of fun as usual. We were, our squad was kind of like a diversity shoot, except we didn't have Zane, so we didn't have anybody gay.
Man, you guys,
Wow.
that's hilarious.
My
Check with
God.
the zingers.
Man.
Wow.
Oh,
Man.
that one came out of nowhere.
Yeah, gosh.
Wow. I wasn't even expecting. I was like, wait, what did he just say?
Wow.
Yeah, but we did, we had all different ethnicities and stuff in our squad. So.
What word was that that you just said?
Ethnicities.
Yep.
Hey, Tony, that's a title for your next podcast.
No.
Yeah.
Ethnicities.
Yeah.
No, I got the name picked out for the next podcast.
Yeah.
Ah,
The next podcast is "Shut the Dog Up" is what I'm calling it.
nobody really notices dog barking.
Yeah. So that was what I did, and I had to zing Zane. So Tony, you did more than all of us. So let's hear what you did.
Um. Okay, I'll go ahead and start with the gun stuff. Of course, went to Kevin Dixie's training that he had down there in near St. Louis. Had a lot of cool people, a lot of good training. You had Kevin Dixie, you had Provectus groups, you had Corinne Moser, you had Dylan Pluth. I mean, you had guys that or national and international level shooters teaching us different things. You had Mike Woodward from Black Man with a Gun podcast, but he's also a firearms trainer, and they were just hitting us up with so much information to do with firearms. Also, you had Sean from We Like Shooting there. You had Kurt from VSO channel there. You had the guy from Tactical, how do you say SHT? He was there. There you go. and telling us about branding and doing things like that. You had the guy from Proper Wear telling us about how to communicate with companies to get sponsorships. So it was just a huge weekend, 2 days of shooting, one entire day of just seminars on marketing, a night shoot, carjacking thing, us shooting at night. And then they brought out firearms from different sponsors. Century was there, so you got to shoot their AK, their improved AK that actually works. They had all the Canic line there. Facts and Firearms was there with everything they make and a bunch of special bills, including their new pistols that are coming out. And we got to shoot all those. The John Wick pistol that was actually done up by Terran Tactical and STI, that was there for all of us to shoot. I'm leaving out stuff too. Just follow me in Instagram, follow Kevin Dixie on Instagram, Corinne Mosier, all of us, you can hook up with all of us, and everybody has different videos of a bunch of cool stuff, including drone footage. So I have drone footage of me shooting. I have film footage of me shooting. I brought out the High Point 995 9mm carbine in the MBS chassis, and people went nuts over it because it's new. It hasn't been out a year. There's like 4 videos of it on YouTube. So these guys were videotaping it for their channels and taking pictures of it and running rounds through it. Sean Harron shot it. Guys from Faction shot it. Kurt blasted it. I mean, people were lined up because it's a bullpup. It's different. It's well built. And then I took, couple hundred rounds. People shot through it there. I brought it back here and shot another few hundred. So we're in the 600 to 800 round buildup on this without it ever being cleaned. I'll keep doing it because the test is not for the High Point itself. The High Point carbine is going to work. It's to see if the chassis is garbage or not, to see if the springs break or parts fall off or get loose. So that's why I'm running it. It will be at the next diversity shoot. So if you're going to make it to the June 14th diversity shoot, it'll be there. And I'm also going to have it at the, I think it's like June 9th, Minuteman Challenge. I want people to put rounds in it, different people with different shooting experiences. So that's what I've been up to. Oh, yeah, and almost died.
Yeah, I like how you leave that to last.
How
and
you
just
gonna be
end
like,
with it.
Sorry,
Oh, yeah, and I almost died. Yeah. Do you want to tell that story or
yeah.
do you?
Well, it's going to be on the Second is for Everyone podcast. The episode is, But Did You Die? But Sean already talked about it on We Like Shooting.
Yeah, I heard a little bit.
And
I'm glad you're okay because we need you around.
Yeah, I'm putting up a interview I did with the guy that actually saved me, brought me back from the dead. It's going to be on IGTV, and I'll probably post the same thing on YouTube. So
I'm
you
not
guys
gonna
can
lie. Like right after I had signed up for a class I'm taking at the end of July, I was listening to that episode of We Like Shooting. Oh, and Sean was talking about it, and I'm like, great, I just signed up for a 10-hour outdoor course in South Florida in July, and now I'm listening to how Tony almost died from a heat stroke. I'm like, great, I'm going to die too. We're just all going to almost die.
Yeah, dude. I mean, and I was hydrating the entire time. The night before, the morning of, during, anytime we weren't pulling triggers, I was drinking. That combined with diabetes, being outside all day in the hot sun. Yeah. The kid almost walked into the light.
And for like, even though Missouri doesn't sound really far south, I've done a lot of hazmat training back in my Marine days in Missouri, and it gets hot and humid.
Real humid. And now I've lost 60 pounds since February. I can't imagine what would have happened if I had not have lost that weight.
Yeah. I mean, here pretty soon, we're not going to be able to call us the largest pound for pound podcast on the network.
I was asking, somebody asked me, well, you're
And-
losing weight. What happens? I'm like, I'm keeping it.
Yeah. And you know what though? If we can't call ourselves the largest pound for pound podcast because Tony's lost a crap load of weight, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I think it would be too. Great.
Me too.
Well, I guess we'll get into the announcements now that Tony told us he's still alive. It'd be kind of weird if he was telling us and he wasn't. So,
My coverage on my cell phone is not that good.
so bandwidth sponsor is our buddies over at Patriot Patch Co. The new patches for pre-order, I think it's like a brand or something. And Patch of the Month Club, which this month is Make Fun Legal Again. And of course, it has fireworks in the picture, but
I love
know,
this patch. It's awesome.
I did too.
Yeah.
You know, if you follow our Instagram account, of course, I had to relate it to something else too. So of course I posted it up on with my submachine gun and the suppressor on it and said, you know, hey, trying to make stuff fun legal again. So, yeah. So let's see what else we got. We got check out gunstreamer.com for firearms videos, etc., etc. It's basically a YouTube alternative that will not take your videos down. If you're shopping Amazon, please use our affiliate link at firearmsradio.tv/Amazon. And now that Rob is back, we don't have to read his disclaimer about us.
Oh, you want me to actually do my job?
That's like the only job you have.
Man, I can't do that right. Wait a minute. The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are those of the individual co-hosts and do not reflect the official policy or position of the Firearms Radio Network and or their employers. Viewer discretion is advised. This is especially true on live shows, especially when the normal crew is involved. And now, Chad, let's talk about this minimalist wallet thingy.
Okay, we will do that.
Cool.
I'm actually going to crank my bandwidth up a little bit on my video so people can actually see it better if they want. Hopefully it won't crap out on me. I don't think it will. But what we have is a company called Decadent Minimalist, and they make this wallet, or if you want to call it that. I don't know what that's what you call it, but it's pretty cool. You'll find out here. You know, when you think of EDC, you usually don't think about wallets. Some people do, you know, or others don't. Well, they came out with this small compact solution called the DM1. Imagine that, Decadent Minimalist. It's a DM1. So it's for carrying cards and or cash. I had actually talked to them at Blade Show West. I think it's in like August, September sometime. So last year sometime. And eventually they persuaded me to try one out. It took about 3 emails because I kept forgetting. So as you can guess, they did supply these for review. I've looked at other minimalist wallets. My son has one. I've kind of looked into them and I was like, I don't know. So this style actually caught my eyes. I liked it. It doesn't have elastic. It doesn't have spacers, you know, stuff like some of the other ones have out there. They have an option for a money clip or carry clip, depending on what you want to call it. I'm actually showing it on the video, one with the clip in it, but the clip does come out, so you can carry it however you want. It will fit either way in the wallet itself. So that's kind of cool. You can get it in a number of different card quantities. And a number of different colors. And I mean a number of different colors. It's really small. As you could probably guess, it's just slightly larger than the credit cards themselves. As you can see, it is 3.53 inches by 2.38 inches. It's open at one end. Dimensions are a little misleading, but the thickness also depends on how many cards. A 4 card, which holds 4 cards, or 3 cards, and the clip, which takes up a card spot, is 0.23 inches. and the 12 card one, which is the largest they make, is 0.51 inches thick. They also weigh nothing at 0.46 ounces to 0.89 ounces. If you carry a normal wallet most of the time, there are places where the minimalist will fit in, even if it works great if you're like going to the gym, running to the store late at night, and you don't want to take like your whole wallet because you got shorts or something on. You can just pick it up and go. I find it very useful for stuff like that. If you're female and like my wife and daughter both have a little like snap piece that they keep their little cards and driver's licenses and stuff in, something like this will also work the same. It's small, where all your cards are at one time. Using it is one of its cool features. All you have to do is take the card, slide it in the front, take the card, slide it in. It'll make this little audible click. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it, but it kind of moves out of the way. If you want to get to the one at the bottom, you just slide the one at the top out, and you can just slide them out, kind of rearrange them and pull the one out you want. So that works well. The card in the middle, like I said, you can just kind of like a card, you can just kind of run it up and then find the right one and slide it out. You may actually find yourself just screwing with it just because it's kind of cool and gives you something to do, like a fidget spinner. I may know this from experience. I might not. There's always that chance. They did send me 2 different wallets. They sent me a 5 card with the purple, which is a purple blue. The pictures, of course, look bluish colored. I could not get them purple. But you get the idea. You can't really tell on here. It looks more blue also. And the other one, and this is anodized. They also sent me an 8 card in OD green. They call it a thin film coating. I call it Cerakote, basically the same type of thing. And it, like I said, comes with this money clip, and it has the wallet and the money clip, and you can put the money clip in here however you want. You can actually even run it with the money clip with the clip inside, if pushing pressure against the cards, if you want to do it that way. It's kind of awkward that way, but you can run it up, you can run it down, you get the idea. But it does take up a card space. So basically this 8 card wallet is a 7, which doesn't really matter because the cards still stay in it. Like this is 1 card, it doesn't come out. Something like that. Let's see, where am I? This money clip, like I said, you can put actual money in it and carry it that way. Or the probably coolest feature about it is you could clip it on basically anything, shorts, belt, whatever, and it will hold the wallet kind of like you would a knife or something like that. So you don't have to rummage around through your pocket to find it, especially if you have like really deep pockets. I've used it for both money and to hold it. I tended to use it more as a pocket clip, except now that it's like summer. If I wear certain shorts or something, I might put a few dollars of cash in there and just throw it in the pocket. This thing's nicely constructed. I can't talk today. They start with 6061 T6 aluminum billet, so they hog out quite a bit, which kind of explains the price. It's CNC machined. Probably not the cheapest way to make it, but it does make a really nice wallet. My only real complaint is that I did bend it somehow. I tried to picture it, and I just have not straightened it out yet because I want to do the review first. On the little corner here, there is a bend. It doesn't affect anything actually, but it just bent somehow. Hey, whatever. It is what it is. So I'm not too concerned about it. They do not. It is not RFID blocking, but if you they do offer RFID blocking cards, and basically you put one on each side, and it does that. But then again, it takes up 2 card slots, so you need a bigger wallet. They do offer custom engraving, and when they sent these to me, it was pretty cool because both of them are laser engraved with Gun and Gear Review podcast and the firearmsinsider.tv. You probably won't be able to see it on this video. You can kind of see the writing, but go check out the photos on the Firearms Insider. You can see it there. And if you're thinking about giving this as a gift, definitely get it. I would say pay the extra money and get it engraved. It's pretty cool. I was glad they did. It was kind of a nice surprise. In fact, I pretty much carry the 5 card every day, along with other stuff. Decadent Minimalist did a really nice job with both of these. You may pay more than some of the others, but it's super lightweight. It's super small. It is made in the USA. So go give them a look. So we will get into the Firearms Insider Review 8 key points. It is claim to fame, minimalist credit card style wallet. Target market, basically somebody who wants something like this that doesn't take up much space. Features and benefits, we probably went through all of them, but small credit card style wallet. It is 6061 aluminum, anodized or cerakoted, 0.46 to 0.89 ounces. You can get an optional money pocket clip, optional engraving. It does have the audible click when the cards are inserted, which is cool. It is made in the USA. There are so many other options, sizes, etc. There is a review from Amazon on here. It's pretty lengthy, and there is also another review linked to Everyday Carry, which they do a review on it also. The price point, MSRP is $67 and up. Retails $39 on Amazon for some of them. So if you need it now, you can go to Decadent Minimalist or Amazon. Our rating, pros, lightweight, small, comes in various sizes, multiple colors, optional money clip, custom engraved, and it is made in the USA. The cons, pretty much you got the price, and it did bend a little on that one corner. I gave it a score of 8, which is great. I really liked it. And they set up a 10% off discount for our listeners. And it's of $50 or more. And basically it means you just don't go back and buy like the money clip afterwards or something like that. But most of their stuff is $67 and up. So the code is Gun Gear Review. And I do believe if you click on the links in the article on the firearmsinsider.tv, it is already included in there. So either way, just type in Gun Gear Review. It's capital G, capital R. I don't know if it'll work without the capitals, but either way, if you're looking to buy one, go check it out. And so that is the review of the DM1 wallet. You guys got any questions?
More a comment than a question. So for the listeners that do the audio thing, which the majority of our listeners are audio, not
right.
video, you should really go look at this because it's very hard to explain it. Like it's. I read the review, but if the pictures had not been in the review, I would have had no idea what to look. And as soon as I saw the picture, I was like, "Oh, that's interesting."
Right.
Hey, Chad, is it just me or is Zane like really, really weak?
Maybe he's really quiet. I don't know what his deal is, but I heard him.
Well, I mean, I heard the only thing is I want people listening to this to have to crank it for Zane, then we talk and they get theirs blown out.
Yeah.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
That's a little better, but still kind of low.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll just talk loud.
Well,
but yeah, I'm gonna get one. I think
we can minimal. We usually run it through a kind of it lowers voices and raises voices to help out with that. So,
Okay.
yep. Okay, so that was the wallet review, and now
You know, I'm checking it out. Yeah, I was waiting for everybody else to talk. But
okay.
I wonder, like, how many cards do I use? Like, if I strip my wallet down, what do I really use? You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah, I know. And that was the thing, is like when I was talking to him, I'm like, well, I think a 5 card is all I really need, because that's, in my case, I have, a driver's license, a debit card, a credit card, and a CCL. And,
Yeah.
I actually have a 7-Eleven card in here, but I don't use it that much. It's more, it kind of covers up everything else. So all you see is the 7-Eleven, and then what my CCL is blank on the back. So you literally, if you just leave it laying somewhere, you don't see like a credit card number or anything like that.
Yeah. Probably
But
about once every 6 months, I go through my wallet and like take out all the crap that has accumulated in there and get back to about 4 cards.
and the other thing is like the 4, of course, is the thinnest. The 8 card I really like, comparison wise. I mean, it's a little thicker, you can see on the video, but the bigger thing I like about it is it's still, it still holds the cards. Like, it only has 1 card in it right now, and it's not going anywhere. So you don't have to fill it up completely to still use it the same way.
yeah, I mean, and if I'm going to use it, I want the RFID blocker. So now, if I get to 8, I'm still down to 6. I don't know. I find it interesting because it raises more questions about me and how I handle stuff. Like, how easily will I lose this because it is lightweight?
And you don't want to lose what's in it, of course.
Yeah, it's like all the important stuff is gone.
And then in that case, you want the clip to make sure that, so you can clip it. In fact, I found that, if you're worried about the cards coming out, I don't think they will, but you clip them in this way and you put the clip down so the cards face up, and that way they don't, they won't go anywhere. It's kind of
yeah, send me one, guys. I appreciate that. Let me find out for myself, because really, I'm looking at it going, I'd like it, but like, I leave my wallet in my bag until I need my wallet.
Wait a minute. Chad's got a couple extras. He should be able to send you 1 or 2, Tony.
I have 1
Hey,
extra. And funny part is I still use it. It's like,
yeah.
But the thing is I'll contact them and see what they have to say. They may,
Yeah, sure.
and the thing is for Tony, he's, in your case, you actually have something, you can use it, show it off at the 2A free diversity shoots and stuff. And who knows?
Yeah,
maybe
show off pretty much.
Tony wants some free crap. Give me a break.
Well, it is Tony.
I always want free crap.
But he can actually, pimp his stuff. So,
well, if you don't want to use the credit card, a credit card slot for the RFID blockers, just take it and wrap it in aluminum foil.
Aluminium.
Aluminium.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's get on this shotgun.
I don't even care about RFID just because, like, I mainly want it for my work IDs, because I have to carry like 5 IDs for work, and one of them is RFID, and I open doors with it. So I'm like, I don't even want RFID blocking. I just want to hold all my stuff.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, plus he wants to get out of the bottom of that tin can he's in.
He needs to.
Well, I'm going to open up this control room and see if. Hey, Zane, say something.
Something.
That didn't really help, did it?
No, it didn't.
I don't know what's going on with my audio, but
now it's loud.
Is it?
It's better.
I didn't do anything.
A little better.
I cranked you up on my end.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah. Well, he still sounds like he's in a well or something, but whatever. So now we'll get into the product spotlight and discussions. First up is the Black Aces Tactical Pro Series 18.5 with an MSRP of $399. basically, this is their semi-auto short, I should say, shotgun, but it comes with a bird's head grip also. So you can, I guess, change it between the bird's head grip and the regular stock. How they do that, I don't know, besides a bolt, but it's got an 18.5-inch barrel. It is 16+1. The one I put in the show notes is the walnut one. Nickel plated bolt, charging handle, and release button. Basically, it's kind of their new one that you can get with the bird's head grip and the regular stock. I don't know how they're doing this or what it's based off of, the semi-auto action. It kind of looks like a, what are they, the 1187 style, but I don't know for sure, but they sure are coming out with stuff at a decent price. So I thought I'd put it in here. Tony had mentioned something. It looks like it has a front sight and not a rear sight. It doesn't really say much on their website because I guess that's where they're saving money, is on the website. Because we always mention websites if they suck, and Black Aces, I'm sorry, yours is not that great. So I will leave it to you guys now that we all know I think it's 2 3/4, 3-inch probably. But basically when you click on it, it doesn't say. So that's that. Okay.
All right. If you got some questions, I mean, I spoke to them actually.
I wondered.
All right. So yeah, go ahead and finish the rundown, and then I'll give you
That's all they
specifics.
have on the website.
Yeah, they really need to work on that. It's their own design. All right, so it's not an 1187
Okay.
from. It's not that. So, and I asked, would Remington parts swap out? And they were like, probably not.
Okay. That answered my question.
Yeah. Let me see. Boom. It will accept the ATI T3 6-position stock. So if you go on ATIs, you can check it out. And also will accept a Nordic Components tube extension.
Okay.
All right. So that can be added. That front sight is a solid front sight, regular front sight with a white dot. So that's it. Now, if you want to put a red dot or something on it, it has weaver rails cut into it.
Oh, okay. So they're actually cut. I see that now. It's
Yeah.
hard to see in the picture, but I see it now.
Yeah, really, they need to get better pictures and better descriptions, because thank goodness I'd contacted them earlier and I figured they'd blow me off, but they did get back to me, so I could ask these questions.
And that says a lot for them that they actually got back to you, because a lot of places, like you said, they'll say they will, but they don't. So, that's a +1 on there. I think it's a good looking shotgun. I mean, I want it. So.
Yeah, me too. I mean, it's a semi-auto for $399.
Right.
Now Black Aces, I mean, I've been following them since the beginning, since all you could buy were kits.
Right.
To to use magazines in their guns. So now if they have a semi-auto for $399, I'm like, okay, well, let's see what the quality is. I didn't ask them where it was made. I really didn't. I don't know if it says on the website or not. But
hey, Tony?
Yeah.
There's a stamp on the side of the shotgun that says Longwood, Florida. That might be where they import it, but
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm guessing it's, because of the price and stuff, I'm guessing it might be a Turkish shotgun, but
I'm guessing it, but I never asked.
Right. We don't know. So don't quote us on it.
Now, because I have a Turkish shotgun, front sight, weaver railed, and it says, New York, because it was imported by ATI, but I know it's a Turkish shotgun. I like this. I'd like one if they get it, because it has so much other stuff in it. Now, I asked, were they going to have something how do I put it? Like pimped out for home defense, shorter stock, like a youth model length stock, like magna porting, some of the stuff people put on their shotguns, and they were like, yeah, no, with that price range, that's not what a bunch of people are looking for.
Right.
Usually when you do stuff like that, you're looking at, dudes that buy a Beretta 1301 or like or something way more expensive in the 399 shotgun. So, I mean, you don't need any of that stuff on there. And again, it has a rifle front sight. And with the one I had that has a rifle front sight, dude, the thing is butter. It hits where you want. You just have to find out where it hits. So I think it's decent. I look forward to the word on how this thing runs. And they say stay tuned because they're going to be banging out a lot of stuff.
And they have in the last few months too. 'Cause, I mean, this isn't the first thing we've talked about recently that they've released. So
Yeah, I mean, I really like that. And they're not announcing things before they're in stock, which is also good.
yes.
You know what I mean? Because that's annoying. Hey, stay tuned. 5 years, you'll see what I'm talking about. No.
And by then nobody will want it.
Yeah. Or by then another product has come out that's taken its place and you're still buying.
Yeah. Who does that? Giltech. I mean, sorry.
Oh man, he's saying names now that all that alcohol he brought back from Scotland.
Is my audio any better?
Well, the audio's better, but you got background noise.
Yeah, but we can still hear you, Zane, so,
I don't know what's going on. I'm going to go back on my phone.
Yeah, go back to the other one.
Oh, and by the way, that black furniture, it's not plastic. It's still black finished walnut.
Black. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, again, value brand, 18.5-inch barrel, semi-auto. I think it's even Jersey legal. How many? Because I think Jersey, we can do 5+1.
And it's 6+1, it says.
Son of a biscuit.
Well, and
Can you drop a plug in it or not?
Yeah, you'd have to drop a 1-round plug in it, which is freaking ridiculous.
It'd probably have to be a permanent plug, though.
Well,
the plugs you put in most shotguns are easily removable.
By the looks of it, you could they could maybe make a Jersey one and just not sell it with the +2 extension. It'd be like 4+1 probably.
That's usually what import stuff is. So if they don't have it like that, maybe they did make it here.
Yeah. Who knows?
Who knows?
Okay, so
I don't want to say who cares because then we'll get another anti-American rant from somebody.
Yeah, from Oregonians of all people. Oh, did I say that?
I am a little.
Boy, we're feisty tonight.
I won't say disappointed, but I guess you could say butthurt. I guess that they just said they're not really interested in doing more of a defensive style one. Because I'm like, I would love a side saddle, a sling loop, and a rear sight on this thing, and then call it a day. But I guess I could throw it on myself.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. But then you got to make sure that the parts you're putting on will work.
Well, they sell the kit with the side saddle on it and the full rail, so you can put a red dot on there or a red dot or something like that.
But do they for this? They do for Remington and Mossberg and Winchester, but this is their own proprietary shotgun apparently.
Which
I would hope that their design would fit this, but I'm not going to guarantee it.
Right, but they would be the ones to know which one would if it does.
Yeah, so I, in my opinion, good deal on a semi-automatic shotgun. If you want extras, talk to the company before you even buy.
Yeah, and it sounds like they'll get back to you too. They did for Tony, so
yeah.
Okay, so of course we have another shotgun up after the Black Aces Tactical Pro Series. We have the Inner Ordnance XB, which their website is down, so I have another link. It has an MSRP of $759.99, and what it is, as you can guess, is a bullpup shotgun imported by Inter Ordnance. It's kind of cool looking. I'll give it that much. It is 12 gauge, 3-inch chamber, 18.5-inch barrel. The whole thing is 30.5 inches long. It weighs 8.5 pounds. It does have chokes, so you can actually tune your loads a little better. thick rubber butt plaid. Not that we really care. 2 5-round magazines included. So let's see, 5+1 choke tubes. So it comes with basically all the chokes. Let's see, semi-auto. It says magazine capacity 5-round AK style. So I'm wondering if they're like the what are the Sega's style magazines, which makes sense because you can get higher capacity ones. You can get in flat dark earth, olive drab, or black. Let's see, that pretty much comes with disassembly tool, etc. If you like bullpup stuff, maybe. I'm not big into bullpup shotguns, but I guess if for a house, it makes more sense, especially if you're not like going to change the magazine. Plus, a magazine, of course, is easier to change. I would just be concerned if it has enough juice to cycle light loads as well as like double up buck and slugs. That would be my only concern. I don't know. I thought it was kind of neat. It's got some rails on the front so you can put a light or something. Sling swivel studs, it looks like. And like we said, it does come with sights. It says they're flip up, but it's also like a carry handle. So until I saw one, I'm not sure. But it's some other option out there that uses magazines. Personally, I would probably, even if they were the same price, I would probably buy the Black Aces, but that's just me. So you guys can take it away.
Too space gun like for me.
Yeah. You feel like you need to go like shoot bugs or something?
I mean, and it's a bullpup shotgun. I'm just not interested in it. I'm sure it's fine, but I just don't want it.
Yeah, I'm not into it either, but it came out and I figured we could talk about it.
All right, let me go ahead and put some particulars out there. I think their sights, their integrated sights, I think it's sucky. They don't look that great. I'm figuring you could do a better job on that. How do you load these mags in? Because if they are the Sega mags, you got to do that whole tip, and you got to do it under your pit. So, I mean, that's a lot of weirdness going on there because you got to turn it to the side and then do the AK, clip and pull back.
The rock and lock,
don't they?
Yeah.
You got the rock and lock thing if they're Segas.
Yeah,
and they're not easy to put in. I've got one.
Yeah, believe me, Sean had one, and it's still a pain. It took us. Now you got to do it in that weird position. Now again, I'm using this High Tower Armory MBS bullpup, and it's a lot of fun and it's easy to use. Now I'm looking at this. I'm like, where's your mag release? Where's your mag release?
Yeah, way back at the back. Yeah,
yeah. So now you got the mag release at the back. It's a whole thing. Your pistol grip is straight up and down. That looks uncomfortable. Like, you know what I mean? And again, I don't know. I'd give it a try if they sent one to me, only because, again, it's Jersey legal. It looks different, and it could get people to show up at a diversity shoot to pull triggers on it. I mean, that's everything to me at this point. But like, would you use this for home defense, man? You know how many rounds I'd have to put through this and figure out how to use it, as well as my own shotguns that I've shot, thousands of rounds through at this point. The 870 style shotgun, or the Winchester style shotgun, to try to switch over to something like this. How do you clear malfunctions in a bullpup shotgun? And again, the reason, exactly.
Can you just say New York Reload?
Pretty much.
Buy two of them.
Yeah. Now, and it's heavy. It's 8 pounds and some ounces, which, I mean, for a bullpup and everything is like weird. I'm figuring that's eating up recoil. And that's fine. Controllability and stuff like that. Hey, wishing the best of luck. It doesn't replace anything in my arsenal, and it becomes a range gun until it proves itself otherwise.
Yeah, I'd be inclined to take that carry handle off. They've got a picture of this thing with just a like a 1911 style rail, a little rail up top, and just drop a freaking red dot on there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm looking at too.
I mean, but
Yeah, 8.5 pounds, 30 inches. I mean, it has a short overall length when you use it like you use a shotgun, and it's got an 18.5 inch barrel, so you get all the heat that you can out of that round.
mm,
Um, but it's brand new. Don't know how it runs, and when I'm listening to somebody talk about, "Ooh, I can't wait to shoot it," well, you don't know how it runs either. So that's not really a review; it's an unboxing. That's what I found of the video.
Yep.
Like I don't know how many rounds I'd have to run through it, but if I buy 870, you know what I mean? I know it'll work as long as it's not a new one.
As long as it's a
Oh.
pre-freedom group.
Yeah, a pre-Freedom Group 870, I know it'll run. If I pick up a Winchester, again, another one of the old school, what is it, 1300s?
Yep.
I know it'll run.
Or even old
Yeah,
1200.
yeah,
Those things made in
uh,
Turkey.
yeah. I know it's made in Turkey. Now, if I buy a Stevens, I've ran the heck out of Stevens 20 gauge pump actions and 12 gauge. So I trust it. This, it's a new design, dude. All those are either 870s Winchesters or clones of 870s and Winchesters.
Yeah.
This is I'm not. It can be a range gun. What's the MSRP on it?
$760.
It won't be a range gun for
Yeah,
me.
exactly.
Youch.
Yeah,
That's-
I put this in the same category as what's the single tube Keltec they just did.
Oh, the KS
Well, no. Well, they got the KSG. Then
And the
Well, that's bad.
KS7.
7.
KS7.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
You
I was gonna
can't
say.
get Caltech, so it don't matter.
Well,
No,
not
one of the
that I
guys
want
here.
one anyways, but
I shot
yeah,
one.
Well,
I shot a KS7. It is very unfriendly. It's no, just no. And I'm shooting it with birdshot and it's painful.
There.
So,
I feel
no,
like
I
this wouldn't
don't
be
want.
any better.
No. Well, it weighs more, maybe.
And it's semi-auto, right?
Yes.
So that might eat some of it too. But no, the KS7 is unfriendly. I shot 7, 14 maybe rounds of birdshot, and I was like, you know what? No. If somebody broke into my house, I'd give them the KF7 loaded with triple op buck and just watch him kill himself with it.
Okay. Well, I guess we said our piece with Inner Ordnance to XB. So now we have something that is not a shotgun. Odinworks released their new adjustable buffer for AR series rifles. It's got an MSRP of $49, so it's $710 cheaper than the XB. But it's not a rifle. It's basically a buffer for your AR, but it is adjustable, which is kind of cool. The price isn't terrible, at 49. It comes in a few different configurations, light, heavy, AR-10. You can also get 9mm. And basically what it does is it comes with the light one's made from aluminum. The heavy one is made from stainless. The weight's included for different weight combos. The AR-15 comes with 3 aluminum, 3 stainless, 1 tungsten for the light, and heavy, comes with, that's for the light and the heavy. The 9mm comes with 1 aluminum, 1 stainless, and 3 tungstens. And the AR-10 comes with 1 of each also. They also, it's not in there on their website. Oh, yeah, it is. If you click on the installation tab, it tells you what weight you can get out of their combinations. So that's kind of cool. If you're making a rifle for like competition and you want to tune it with, like an adjustable gas block, if maybe you want to leave it for like your suppressor, or it's just another way to adjust your gas system and your felt recoil. Odinwork makes good stuff. I actually have a friend. He commented on our original post that he has one that's pretty sweet. So, and he's not one of these people that goes easy on stuff. So when he says it works good, I know it works good.
I actually stopped by their booth at NRA and looked at this because I'm seriously considering getting one for that 9mm build.
That's exactly. I have a 9mm heavy buffer in my 9mm build, but having an adjustable one,
I can
for
go as heavy as I need to and then back it off.
exactly.
And
And
I'm not a big fan of adjustable stuff in general, but in certain applications, it makes a lot of sense. And I know me and Sean actually went and were looking at it at their booth, and I was like, I'm gonna get this for my AR9, I think, because it looked to be solid, good quality, and like I said,
yeah,
the price isn't terrible. So
no, I think what is it, the 9mm one adds $15, so it's still only
yeah,
$65.
yeah, that still isn't bad.
And you figure just a fixed 9mm buffer is what, 25 to $30 nowadays, unless you get them on
Yeah,
sale.
and I want to start extra heavy and then back off if I need to, or just to kind of troubleshoot it because the thing runs fine until it gets dirty, and I want to extend that a little bit. I think it has to do with the buffer weight.
Yeah, I can understand that. So yeah, you'll
Now
have
the
to
only
let
only
us
only
know.
complaint I see, and they it's cool because they have it on their website. Is the guy said it's loud. Um, he said he bought an adjustables for the same reason Zane did. He said if I have to make a complaint, it would be the excess space the weights have in the buffer. That's a lot of movement. There's a lot of movement and it's loud. More than two rubber spacers would be nice. I would have liked to seen at least four, so you could have one between every metal on metal contact, or
Yeah.
more
Yeah,
to remove all movement of the weights.
that would be nice actually, and I have a feeling they will probably do something about that in the future.
Yeah, they're
Because it
really
seems like
good
there's
about
no
that.
reason not to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you.
Now, JP Enterprises also has a buffer system that's heavy that you can check out.
I think Chad reviewed. Did you review a
I
JP
didn't.
Yeah, you did.
like
Somebody
Somebody
did.
did. It
3 years ago?
might have
Maybe it
been
was Ryan.
Ryan or
This
yeah, or Kenny maybe. I don't know. It was somebody. It wasn't me. I think it was somebody though. So
Yeah.
yep. But I thought I'd throw that in there because it's good for people to know it's out there. Uh, go look at it if you want. All this stuff will be in the show notes. Which you can check out Friday or whenever it releases. So now we have some listener feedback, and it came through
we should probably mention again that was what that was.
the
We
Odin
didn't do
Works
that.
adjustable buffer.
We're
Like
supposed
that?
to do that now. Remember?
Well, I was the one that said that, so if I forget, I can blame me, right?
Yeah, but we also post them in the show notes. All you have to do is go to gunandgearreviewpodcast.com/ whatever the show number is, right?
It's Firearms Radio Network.
Yeah, it's
whatever.
firearmsradio.tv, but
Yeah.
whatever. So just
Whatever.
Google it. You'll find it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all they have to do is go to diversityshoot.com and look. Oh, wait a minute. Nope.
Oh, wrong one, Tony.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Just put it in
Freaking Rob.
You'll find us.
Yeah.
Yes.
Rob, I'm helping. Website.
So the listener feedback is from Joshua W. And it came in through the Firearms Radio Network site, and Sean sent it to me. It says, hello, I've been listening for around 3 months now, and I very much enjoy the podcast. I've been around guns my whole life, but in the past 6 months since purchasing my home, I have really gotten into firearms and home personal defense in general. I would love to see more content related to new shooters, firearms enthusiasts. Like to hear content related to personal home defense techniques, new concealed carry tips, and possibly retro reviews of popular older firearms. Really enjoy the show. Thanks, guys. And of course, there was a whole thing that Sean went through before he sent it to me, and he's like, which show is this for? And he said which show it was for. And then he was like, oh, you mean there's more than one? So basically, to answer his question is look on the Firearms Radio Network, because there are other shows that pretty much do everything you would like. The older firearms, that's just us. We would just have to have one we had and do a review on it.
Ryan and Weirdbeard over at Handgun Handgun Radio talk about older handguns a lot.
Right.
Well, yeah, it's called Handgun Radio.
Well, I mean, Weird always, gets onto Ryan for not having this CNR license, so he has a lot of old, cool older pistols, which I'm not into at all, but I know some people are.
We don't. The thing is, we don't really have a personal home defense one anymore, since
Civilian Carry Radio.
Yes.
Right.
Civilian Carry Radio covers a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Baraka
does over there.
Yep.
Yeah, he's got a lot, and they do concealed carry also. So yeah, go check them out, especially CC Radio.
But
you will.
I like the home defense, personal defense stuff. That's my favorite stuff.
Yeah, that's kind of what I first started listening to too.
And really, if you want to hear about a bunch of different things, you can go to 2A4E podcast. I know it's not on a network, but we set that up to actually talk to people who are new to firearms.
My mute button?
So, but I'm saying, listen, man, we have all that information here and where you can find it. We say it every week.
Wait, what's this text I just got? Tony has now quit the Gun and Gear Review podcast.
Perfect segue just went by Tony.
Yeah.
Because what's next, Tony?
What's coming up next? Let me see. Jazz. Hey! The second is for everyone diversity shoot. That's what's coming up. That's coming up on the 14th.
But before you start, I was gonna say thanks, Joshua W, for the feedback. But now we gotta let Tony do his thing because he missed his cue, I guess.
Just so you know, contrary to popular belief, we can take constructive criticism and not trash who gives it to us.
No, it's not even constructive criticism. We have lots of stuff on the network.
My children.
Yes.
Yeah. They're mean. But yeah, man, hey, check out the other shows on the network. That's what I do. I listen to most of them. I still have no idea what the guys on Off-Road Trucking are talking about, but whatever. I have, dude, believe me, I've listened 4 times. It might as well be called Off-Road Tony Turn This Off. I'm trying, dude, because they're nice guys. But I'm like, I'm not into this at all, but I want to support other shows on the network, and I'm like, can't do it. All right. Second is for everyone diversity shoot. It's coming up. Food, fun, guns. Probably going to give away a knife from our sponsor, kniferights.org. Yes, that's right. It's a Second Amendment group that actually fights for your rights instead of compromise. They just won in New York and making gravity knives legal again.
Yes, that was
huge.
A big deal. That's a big deal in New York City. Because it's been huge. Over 70,000 people have been arrested because a cop could open their pocket knife once.
A cop could eventually open their knife with one hand.
Eventually. They could try it as long as they want. Yeah. Ridiculous.
Yeah. So they won that, and those are our sponsors. So it's awesome. So I'll be giving one of their knives away at the next diversity shoot. And I also gave one away on a 2A4E podcast to a listener. So that's awesome. Thank you, Knife Rights. You want to follow us? You can follow us on The Second is for Everyone on Facebook. You can go to the 2A4E podcast, which is diversityshoot.com. You can also donate to us on GoFundMe at The Second is for Everyone, or type in 2A4E and it will come up. If you want to be a patron on Patreon, type in 2A4E on patreon.com, and you can help us there donating. And I give away the patch of the month from Patriot Patch Company. I also give away knives and just stuff for people that support us. If you want to send something to our diversity shoot, you can go to Black Bag Resources, type in 2A4E, and the shipping is obviously free because it comes to me. Sean brings it to the diversity shoot. If you want to buy a t-shirt, you can go to 1022clothing.us, and that's a link to our t-shirt guy, BCG Wear. But I just thought 1022 clothing was funny because it's like 5'11", but twice as big. So we go all the way up to 6X for t-shirts if you're a bigger dude. The rally shirts, gun control equals racism, $10. I don't get paid anything on this because I want you and your friends to be able to roll up to a rally and all have the same shirts, and it doesn't break the bank. Think about it. You and 4 of the dudes can roll up. It's $50 and you all have shirts. Again, up to 6X. So that's it for me. Thanks a lot. to listen to me every week and let me go on ad nauseum because it's the end of the show and you want to like turn it off or something because whatever.
That's right. So we thank you, Tony. And on to the wrap up. Send questions, comments, or feedback to gungearreview@gmail.com. Remember to subscribe and leave us an iTunes review. Check out all the other shows on the Firearms Radio Network at firearmsradio.tv. Be sure to visit the Firearms Insider and see all the great pictures and reviews that we do. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram at Firearms Insider. Thanks for listening to the largest pound for pound podcast on the network. And we are out.
But did you die? Oh, wait, that's not it.
No. What is it then, Zane?
It's by Felicia. Or
No.
is it Shawnisha?
It's Shawnisha. It's Shawnisha.
That's Tony's line anyway.
Yeah, whatever. So, bye.
Bye, Shanisha.
Stop.
Oh, snap. I'm on mute.